What's crack-a-lackin'? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
Welcome into episode 81, everybody. This is going to be my last episode of the day. I am absolutely exhausted. It's going to be my tight end, stardom, sit-em, every single matchup. Now, you have 4 teams on a bye, so Titans, Chicaconquo, that doesn't matter. Chargers, tight ends, that doesn't matter either. But you do have Sam Laporta and Dallas Goedert out, so I'm going to try to give you a couple fillers here that will help you if you're missing in those positions this week as well, guys. And before we dive into it, guys, make sure you smash that like. Make sure you hit that subscription button. Turn that bell on. It helps me out a ton. I will be live Thursday and Friday as well, guys, helping you with starts, sits, questions, pickups. We have a ton of guests coming on the shows, stuff like that. If you cannot make the shows, guys, if you have any fantasy football questions, drop them in the comments. I try to answer them all as fast as I can. That is my goal as a content creator, is to help you guys with any questions you have and to bring you all my content before Thursday night kickoff, which this will be the last one here, or maybe I'll do my smash plays or something like that. But I have all my rankings and all my stardom sit-ems are out, guys. You can check out all those videos as my dog is barking like a psychopath during the video. But let's dive into it here, guys. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is my tight end board for stardom sit-em. The black box at the top is always the away team. The bottom team is always the home team. And before we dive into Thursday night football here, guys, which we're going to start off with the Falcons and the Bucks that play tomorrow. And oh my, the Bucks are already in the wrong spot to start the video. Shows you I've been doing too many videos already. Kate Otton's in the right spot. Okay. So before we dive into that matchup here, guys, throw a shout out to my guy, Big Draft Energy, part of the team of the 3 of us that do a lot of research here for fantasy football to help you guys. Sends me tons of research. Check out his Twitter. Now, these posts you're going to see right here to start are, if you like, daily pick'ems or whatever it is, these are great information as well to help you if you like gambling. And remember, gamble responsible, man. So here's the first tweet he posts out. This is the most advantageous week 5 matches for tight ends and receiving touchdowns. So these are the defenses that have given up the most touchdowns to the tight end position. So if you see Jake Ferguson right here, should be an absolute smash for his pit for a touchdown, the highest chance on the week. Now, moving on to the next one here. This is going to be tight end reception. So these are defenses, the top 10 defenses giving up the most receptions to the tight end position. So Kansas City Chiefs here, Juwan Johnson be a nice play. Eric All, very good sleeper play here against Baltimore. Evan Ingram should smash. He's on every single board this week. The Indianapolis Colts are terrible versus the tight end. Now, this is also the defense that are giving up the most yards to the tight end position. So again, Juwan Johnson here at the top, Eric All again, Evan Ingram again. So you can see the tight ends that have a very plus matchup this week. If you guys want to screenshot any of those, go for that as well. Or you could just go to his Twitter, Big Draft Headquarters, Big Draft Energy. My guy, he's on my show all the time. I will throw up his YouTube at the very end of the video as well if you guys want to smash a sub there. And both of his links will be in the description, guys. And I say this all the time, and usually people don't do it, man. I mean, this is a lot of research that goes into this stuff as well. Please go smash my guy a follow. Smash my guy a sub on YouTube. Amazing work, amazing guy. And he's going to be live this whole weekend helping you guys with stardom sit-ems and stuff like that on this show as well. So I'll be out of town for the Niner game. So you can tune into him on that as well, and he'll help you guys out with any questions you guys have heading into this week. Now, heading into the game here. Bucks are headed into hot Atlanta. I just ate, and I'm choking on stuff. So the Bucks are headed into hot Atlanta here. Kyle Pitts and Kate Otten. Kate Otten, man, this honestly, with the way the tight end position has gone, this guy's seen 17 targets in the past 2 games, the most heavily targeted tight end in the NFL over the past 2 weeks. I'm starting Kate Otten this week. If I have a decision between Kyle Pitts and Kate Otten, which is crazy to say, I am okay starting Kate Otten right now because Kyle Pitts is dropping goose eggs. Now, Tampa Bay gets to go up with the Atlanta Falcons defense versus the tight end. They rank 12th versus the tight end, 7.6 points per game. They rank number 1 in the red zone, giving up nothing in the red zone. Like I say in all my videos, Simmons and Bates, the safeties up top, are absolutely nasty. They press up on the box, and the tight end really gets nowhere to go against the Falcons. And the Falcons also give up only 32 yards a game to the tight end position. Heading to the Kyle Pitts side, Tampa Bay Buccaneers rank 13th, giving up 7.8 points. They rank 12th in the red zone, giving up 0.5. And they also allow 38 yards to the tight end. But Kyle Pitts just looks slow, man. I don't know what he's doing running routes out there. He's a big guy with a very fast 40 time, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm sitting Kyle Pitts till it changes, man. The New York Giants are headed into the Seattle Seahawks this week. And you're going to have a tight end game here where you just don't even really want to talk about it, but I got to go over every game. That's part of the gig here. You're going to have Noah Fant and Theo Johnson. Noah Fant is even started. You saw A.J. Barner start to pop off there. You know, the rookie. He got a touchdown last week, got more involved, looked way more athletic. Noah Fant should be on the waiver wire. Theo Johnson is still interesting to me. If you watch my other videos, Theo Johnson is out there at the 5th most snap share for a tight end position, but just not getting looked at by Danny Dimes. That should, at some point, convert to him getting more work here or more looks. But in this matchup, the plus side here is that the New York Giants, the Seattle Seahawks, are 24th versus the tight end, allowing 11.7. They're 18th in the red zone, giving up 2 points, and they give up 60 yards to the tight end position. So if you need a dart throw play, that's why I have Theo in yellow, because the tight end's been so bad. It's not a bad dart throw play. I don't love it. On the Noah Fant side, going up against the New York Giants, against the tight end, the New York Giants are currently ranked 19th, giving up 9.7. They've given up nothing in the red zone as well, tied for first, and 50 yards to the tight end position. They're not going to use Noah Fant. I don't like to start Noah Fant, but Theo Johnson, deep dart throw if you need it this week. The Dallas Cowboys and Jake Fergalicious Ferguson are headed into the Steel Curtain Pittsburgh Steelers. And like you saw at the beginning of the video, the Steelers have given up the most touchdowns to the tight end position. And either way, no matter what, I'm starting Jake Ferguson. He is Dak Prescott's boy. The Pittsburgh Steelers, though, versus the tight end of the season, this is their weak spot. Their defense is top 5 in everything. They rank 17th versus the tight end, 8.6. But here it is. In the red zone, they rank 30th, 4.2 points allowed. Only 23.8 yards per game, but they struggle to stop the tight end in the red zone. This is where Jake Ferguson is going to thrive this week. Now, Pat Freiermuth, the connection with Justin Fields is picking up here, guys. I'm starting to like it more and more. I had him as a smash start last week. That absolutely hit here. And he saw 16.7 points and the most targets on the season, which is a good sign. And it doesn't look like Justin Fields is going to lose this job. I mean, they got to be stupid if you're 3-1 and almost went 4-0 and you're going to put Russell Wilson in. But the Dallas Cowboys versus the tight end are very stingy, man. 5.3 points. They rank 4th. They rank number 1 in the red zone, and they allow 27.8 points. But again, the volume that he's going to see is going to be startable enough as a tight end for me this week, and I'm okay starting both these guys in this game. The game that we got to talk about that no one wants to talk about, the Miami Dolphins and Tyler Huntley are headed in to face the New England Patriots and Jacoby Brissett. Probably the worst quarterback battle of the week by a mile, and there's no way I'm starting anyone here in this game. So when I look at the Dolphins side here with Jonnu Smith, he hasn't even seen over 60% snaps on the season yet. I would think that Tyler Huntley would look for a security blanket, but everything looks absolute shambles for the Miami Dolphins right now. And it's even a plus matchup. The New England Patriots are 23rd versus the tight end, giving up 10.3. They're 20th in the red zone, and they give up 50.8 yards per game to the tight end position. But with the quarterback situation, I can't do anything here. I even had Tyreek Hill and Waddle on sit-ums, and Achan's even hurt by it. It's just driving me nuts, and it's super sad to see. Now, on the Hunter Henry side, I've liked Hunter Henry a lot this year. Like, I was super high on him, think he's going to be the target leader. But in this game, when you have Jacoby Brissett at quarterback, the Dolphins rank 10th versus the tight end. They rank 1st in the red zone versus the tight end, and then they give up 30 yards against the tight end. So I know that Phillips is out, season knee injury, and prayers up to him. Back-to-back years, he's out for the season. Still, I don't like anything from these quarterbacks at all in this game, and I'm not starting anyone until I see Drake May or Tua comes back. The game that I will be at this Sunday, the Cardinals are headed into the 49ers, and you're starting both these tight ends, man. It's Trey McBride and George Kittle. They're superstar talents. But when I'm looking at Trey McBride coming off the concussion, the 49ers are actually a top 5 defense versus the tight end. Why? Fred Warner's the best linebacker in football. So you're going to start Trey McBride, but it's going to be probably a rougher, temper your expectation games. The 49ers only give up 5.6 points to the tight end, but they are a little weaker in the red zone. They rank 22nd in the red zone, so Trey McBride could find a touchdown there on that side, but they only give up 16 yards a game to the tight end position. The 49ers are very stingy, and it could be a rough game for Trey McBride, but how the tight end field is going, you're starting this guy if he's back, no matter what, either way. Now, George Kittle is my tight end 2 ranked on the week. Gets the Arizona Cardinals defense. Even though the Arizona Cardinals ranked 9th versus the tight end, giving up 7.4, they haven't played a beast like George Kittle on the season yet. They rank 14th in the red zone, and they give up 37 yards to the tight end position. And Purdy's just found a connection with Kittle. It's just unreal. And again, with how bad the tight end landscape has been, you're starting both these tight ends no matter what. Another grunge game, but a great start here is going to be the Raiders versus the Broncos division rivalry matchup here. And it looks like Devontae Adams is going to be out this game, just updated with the hamstring, still requesting a trade. Brock Bowers' value, if Devontae Adams is gone. It's just through the roof as a rookie, and it's going to have a legit shot at being tight end one, guys. But when you're going up against the Denver Broncos, I mean, they rank 18th versus the tight end, giving up 9.7. They rank 24th in the red zone, so a good chance for a touchdown there, giving up 34.2 points per game. But this defense is getting better weekly, man. They are a very, very strong defense. Of course, again, the tight end landscape is so terrible. If you have a superstar like Brock Bowers, you're starting him no matter what. I like the play here a ton with him, especially with Devontae out this week. On the Broncos side, I don't know what they're doing at tight end. Greg Dulcich is playing under 40% snaps. This offense is absolutely terrible to watch. Somehow they have 2 wins because their defense is so good. But, I mean, I'm not starting. I don't even like starting any Broncos this week, maybe besides Javonte Williams for a small floor play. And even if I'm looking at the Raiders defense here, it's a plus matchup. I mean, they rank 22nd versus the tight end. They rank 21st in the red zone versus the tight end, and they give up 45 yards. But still, you just don't know who's going to be out there, and I'm not doing it with the Broncos anymore. The New York Jets are playing the Minnesota Vikings this week. And here's the crazy thing. If you have a tight end problem this week, Tyler Conklin is going to be a smash play this week. And you're going to be like, why? Well, let me explain it to you here. The Minnesota Vikings right now rank 28th versus the tight end position, giving up 13.5. They rank 32nd, dead last in the red zone, giving up 5.4, allowing 50 yards per game. And the example would be last week, Tucker Kraft was tied at 1 versus the Vikings. The week before that, George Kittle was tied at 1 versus the Vikings. So they obviously struggle stopping the tight end. I know their defense is bad all around, even versus the wide receivers. Garrett Wilson's in for a smash play here as well. But if you need a tight end play, I am 100% okay starting Tyler Conklin this week because the Vikings just can't stop the tight end. To the Vikings side, we're not even going to talk about this. TJ Hawkinson, at least we got some good news that he's practicing. His window is open, should be back week 7, week 8 after the bye. Hopefully there, so I can talk about a Viking tight end. I'm not talking about Johnny Munt or Josh Oliver. No point to even talk about the Jets defense. Although I will give you that the New York Jets defense ranks 5th or 6th versus the tight end and number 1 in the red zone versus the tight end. So are we really talking about it? No. The big game of the week, the Bills are headed in to face the Houston Texans, and Dalton Kincaid I have as tight end 7. And again, with the tight end position, it is a smash start every single time. Dawson Knox is one of those dart throws I'm okay that possibly could find the end zone here as well, too. I mean, I don't love it. He hasn't seen a lot of volume, but it is a dart throw if you need a tight end play. He is actually out there on enough snaps to be relevant as a tight end, which is hard to find right now in this year, date and time at the tight end position, how bad it is. But if I'm looking at the Houston Texans defense here, right? So the Houston Texans currently right now versus the tight end position rank 3rd. 5.2 points allowed in the red zone, though they rank 17th. So high upside touchdown. You know, if you saw the tweet at the beginning of the video, again, showing the teams that give up the most touchdowns, they are one of them. They do only allow 12 yards to the tight end position, though, but I think Dalton Kincaid is going to smash that, let's be honest. Headed to the Texans side here, Dalton Schultz is just never a start for me. I said it all year long when you're drafting him, don't waste your draft pick on him. He's going to be stuck with just an absolute nightmare of target share, and you're seeing it come to fruition. He's a 3-reception guy, 20-yard guy with a touchdown dependency 100%. So now I pull up the Buffalo Bills defense here. The Buffalo Bills versus the tight end currently on the season right now. They are at ranked 21st with 10 points per game of the tight end position, but in the red zone, could be a Dalton Schultz touchdown here. They rank 27th in the red zone, giving up 3.6 and 37.5. But are you really willing to risk it with Dalton Schultz and the target share he gets? I am not. I am starting Kincaid. Dart throw on Knox. I don't love it at all, but I put it in yellow for a dart throw. And Dalton Schultz is a no-no. The Colts are headed in to face the Jacksonville Jaguars, and my number 1 smash play of the week is here. But first, we need to talk about the Colts and how they haven't had a tight end at all this year, and I'm not going to start any of them anytime soon. Now, if Joe Flacco becomes the quarterback, the tight end will get a little more relevancy, but it looks like Anthony Richardson practiced in a limited way today and will be out there versus the Jags this week. Again, that's not official. Make sure you keep up to date with the injury reports on this one. I'm not even going to talk about the Jags defense, by the way, because the Colts tight ends are irrelevant. Evan Ingram, my absolute smash. I would have ranked him tight end 1 if I knew he was healthy on Monday when I dropped my rankings, is Evan Ingram. This is the 100% smash play. This is the perfect matchup. Everything you could ask for here against the Indianapolis Colts. They rank 30th versus the tight end, giving up 15 points a game. They rank 31st in the red zone, giving up 5 points a game there. And they give up 56.5 yards per game to the tight end position, which ranks dead last in the NFL. So they are dead last in every single category almost, except for, what is it? I'm looking at it right now, pulling it back up. Except for the 30th against the tight end, and they're only 3 points behind there. So Evan Ingram is all systems go, all green everywhere. Absolute smash play matchup here, and probably my tight end one on the week again if I knew he was going to be out here healthy. The big division game between the Ravens and Bengals is here, and this is my sneaky play of the week, but we'll get there in a second here. And I said the same thing last week, and now he's taking the job. But it's the Ravens headed to Cincinnati. And, dude, Mark Andrews and Isaiah Likely are just unstartable right now, and we do not know what to do with them, guys. So here's the best breakdown if you guys haven't seen my other videos that I could give you for this. So his snap shares are 33% and 46% as of late, right? But in the first 2 weeks when the Ravens were 0-2, Lamar Jackson was throwing over 30% of the passes. They were going pass heavy, and they were 0-2. It wasn't working. Then you look at the next 2 games. He's under 20 attempts per game. King Henry's being pounded more. They're running the RPO more, and they're 2-2. And the tight ends have become blockers. So I think this is going to be another King Henry game here, and I don't like any of these starts here against them. The Bengals even say they're out there playing pass heavy, right? The Bengals are 8th versus the tight end, giving up 6.2. They're number 10 in the red zone, or number 11 in the red zone, and they give up 29 yards to the tight end. Nothing great either way to see here in this matchup. The Bengals are very good versus the tight end. Now, my sleeper pick that should not be on your waiver wires, you should be snagging right now, is Eric All Jr. So over the first 2 weeks, you saw a little Mike Gesicki, right? You saw Mike Gesicki get out there more, find the end zone in a couple plays. Now the snap share has changed, man. Mike Gesicki played 30% of the snaps. It swapped to 60% of the snaps for Eric All Jr. And the matchup here, guys, is pure gold, right? So the Baltimore Ravens are 31st versus the tight end, giving up 15.4 points. They're 16th in the red zone, giving up 1.1, and they give up 81 yards to the tight end position on the season. So this is an absolute smash play here for Eric All Jr. And how bad the tight ends are, I am not at all mad at you starting him over other tight ends this week. The Cleveland Browns look to have David Njoku back. He practiced in a limited fashion today, so 100% if he's out there, he's always a top 10 tight end to me with his specimen, how big he is in athletic ability and body. I also am going to you can put Jordan Akins now just down there now that Njoku looks to be back, so he's no longer a factor at all. But the Cleveland Browns, what's interesting enough is the Washington Commanders are terrible versus the run. They're terrible versus the pass. But against the tight end position, guys, they rank 2nd in the NFL, giving up 4.9 points per game, number 1 in the red zone, and only 21 yards in the season. But again, David Njoku is a different beast, different tight end. He lines up everywhere, more like a big body wide receiver. And I'm starting him if I have him back in my lineup, either way, with how bad the tight end position is. Heading to the Commander side, Zach Ertz is on my sit-em, man. I know Zach Ertz is your safe floor, safe play here. I do not like it versus the Cleveland Browns, although the Cleveland Browns are 14th versus the tight end. They're number 1 in the red zone as well. They only give up 40 yards per game to the position. And I just have Ben Sinnot's name up there because Ben Sinnott, I want to see him start so bad, please. I mean, God, Zach Ertz 36, and the Commanders are 3-1. And the more they win, it just buries Ben Sinnott down there unless of an injury. But, man, if the injury happens, Ben Sinnott is going to be a superstar, guys. I promise you that. So keep your eye on the waiver wire for him. And I do not like Zach Ertz as a start this week, although he's been a safe floor tight end. The Carolina Panthers and Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket, are headed into Soldier Field. And Jatavion Sanders is just stuck in the Dave Canales system. There's really no point to ever talk about the tight end situation there because they never use him. They haven't used him in his career at Seattle, but 2 years ahead. They didn't use him at Tampa Bay last year with Cade Otton. Now, Bears side here, Cole Kmet. This is a very, very, very plus matchup. But again, like I said last week, when Keenan Allen came back and Cole Kmet had that 11 reception game, everyone's going to run to the waiver wire, and then Cole Kmet's going to drop a dud, which is what happened. But, I mean, again, with the tight end field, this is such a good matchup here that I'm okay if you start Cole Kmet this week. The Panthers ranked 25th versus the tight end, giving up 12 points. They ranked 28th in the red zone, very high upside touchdown possibility for Cole Kmet, and they give up 42.5 yards per game. And it's not a bad play. I mean, I'm not against it in any single way because the matchup is great, although there's a lot of mouths to feed. It's been such a rough year at tight end. I'm okay with Cole Kmet this week. The Saints are headed into Arrowhead to take on the Kansas City Chiefs, and everything is going to look good on paper here against the Chiefs. So the Chiefs, so you have Taysom Hill. It looks banged up, couple injuries. We don't even know if he's going to be out there. I know he rushed in for 2 touchdowns, but it's still a limited boomer bust play with him that I don't like taking every week. But honestly, I mean, let me change that. If how bad the tight end's gone, I may be okay with it now, but I don't like it versus Kansas City. But here's the plus side. The Kansas City Chiefs rank 32nd, dead last versus tight end. But these numbers are all inflated by that big as Isaiah Likely week 1, right? So 18.1 points per game. They're 12th in the red zone. They give up 91 yards a game to the tight end position. This is where they struggle. But they don't use their tight ends that much. So I don't like this play here, even though the matchup is great. And then headed back to the Chiefs side. We're right back to 5 years ago where Travis Kelce is the tight end one the rest of the way for the rest of the season. Rashee Rice, torn ACL, looks like. Then there's new information for Patrick Mahomes saying he may be back sooner than later. I don't buy it. I think he's done for the season. I think Travis Kelce is going to absolutely feast the rest of the way, and I can't stand it. Last but not least, the Packers are headed in to face the 1-3 Rams. Kind of a do-or-die game for the Rams here. And if you guys made it this far into the video with the tight ends, and you remember what I said at the beginning where I said, follow my guy, Big Draft Energy, right? I was like, he drops great information, great show. This was the most insane thing I've seen. He came on my stream on Sunday before kickoff and said Tucker Kraft is going to be the tight end one on the week. And everyone just laughed at him. And what happened? Tucker Kraft was the tight end one on the week. Make sure you go into my description, smash my guy a sub on YouTube, smash him a follow on Twitter, because that is the information type shit that you get from the team, and it's absolutely amazing. Now, he gets the Los Angeles Rams and another plus matchup here. The Rams are 27th versus the tight end, giving up 12.4, 25th in the red zone, 2.5, and they allow 52 yards. Another smash play here. I don't even know if Musgrave deserves a color. He's kind of out of the picture now. I always said Kraft was a better tight end since I've seen him play, and I'm not even going to give Musgrave a color until he becomes relevant again. Now on the Rams side, I'm okay with Colby Parkinson starting as well. This is another plus matchup for him. The Green Bay Packers ranked 26th versus tight end, giving up 12.4. They're 29th in the red zone versus tight end, so very high upside touchdown here. Possibility for Colby Parkinson. And they give up 44 yards. So, and he's out there 85% of the snaps. He's like the 5th most used tight end in football. I know his targets are still kind of not where they should be with everybody out right now, you know, with Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp on the sideline. And he still saw 7 targets last week. But before that, he had 5, 2, and 5. So that's good volume for a tight end. If you're getting an average of 5 points from a tight end per week, you're happy with it right now with how it's going. And I am 100% fine starting both these tight ends this week. So that is the end of episode 81, guys. We made it. I got all my stardom sit-ems, all my rankings out to you guys by Thursday. Please do me a favor, smash that like, smash that subscription button, turn that bell on so you know when I'm live. I will be live. I'll actually be playing some Fortnite here in a little bit to switch it up, but I will be live tomorrow talking fantasy football trades, rosters, etc., DFS picks we like, stardom sit-ems to help you guys. And then Friday, I'll be live with a couple other content creators on the show, Big Draft Energy being one of them. And again, guys, like I said, take a second. Make sure you go smash a sub on my guy's YouTube channel. He is an absolute genius. Great fantasy football content. Brother of mine, and we've never met. That's how well we get along. So make sure you check out his page. Do that for me as a favor. I know people mostly don't do it once you say it, but it would mean a ton to me as well. And if you guys have any comments or anything like that, fantasy football wise, does not have to relate to this video, drop them in the comments. I will try to answer them all. And again, guys, I'll be gone this weekend. I'm headed to the 49er game on Saturday, so I will only be here Thursday and Friday doing live shows. So if I don't answer Saturday or Sunday, you know why. So try and get all those questions in right now if you can. And that's it for me tonight, man. That was a long day of videos. I hope you guys enjoyed. SleezBall out.